England's greatest. What a run from Alex Yee!
Sports Personality of the Year. Vote for the winner and watch live on BBC iPlayer.
And despite being just 13 days, and let's have a look, 5 hours and 29 minutes away from December 25th, it's fair to say Christmas came early for the 4 celebs who have made it to the Strictly final. And now that they're finalists, they're all fighting to get their claws on the Glitterball trophy. Arrrr. Sexy Santa. But who is on the show tonight? From the Pet Shop Boys to the Sugar Babes, we've enjoyed so many amazing acts this series. And on Saturday, we can look forward to the return of the genre-defying, record-breaking star, Ray. But how did the group rehearsals go for this number? We'll find out shortly. Plus, it's the most wonderful time of the year, so we'll be treating you to an exclusive behind-the-snowy-scenes peek at the Christmas special. Which celebs came to slay? Well, you'll find out soon. And we're gonna have a party tonight because this year's Britain's Got Talent winner, Sydnie Christmas, will be closing the show in true festive style. Plus, with the final approaching, things are getting very real for our 4 remaining celebs. And no one knows this better than their nearest and dearest. So when we asked if they'd like to come and show their support, the answer was unanimous. Yes. We'll be catching up with them later in the show.
You can head to BBC Sounds. You can find all things Christmas, from Christmas hits to Christmas chill. It is all there waiting for you. Just search Christmas music on BBC Sounds.
It's all to play for, but before we get there, we've got a bunch of things to get through. So, coming up tonight. After a brilliant semi-final, which saw JB and Lauren not only get their first 40, but the first 40 for a salsa in 6 years. It all rests on this weekend as they go from 2 dances to 3. How have they been coping? Well, we'll find out in just a bit. Plus, Shirley is back with another step-by-step guide, and this time it's the Paso Doble. So get your cape, get your bowl, and watch along. And the stats man is back. OJ Borg has dropped in to give us the cold hard facts on this year's crop of finalists. Nice dance moves. And don't forget, if you've any questions or messages for tonight's guests, Elvis couldn't have sung about blue suede shoes, and green sleeves would simply be called green, I guess. Clothing has got us to where we are today, and there is one woman who has been absolutely pivotal in making garments a global phenomenon. It's Vicky Gill, and putting on the glitz. Vicky Gill. Now, Vicky, you have been working so hard this week. You've lost your voice.
I have.
Yeah, there it is. Save it, because we need to talk about the couples. But, I mean, we went from semi-finalists to 4 finalists, but they each have 3 dances, so it's a lot. It's been a busy week, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a lot. Again, there's lots of really difficult lifts, and we're trying to combat all of those things.
Yeah, make sure that it works for the dance and what the couple's doing. But that's what's so brilliant about when they do the fittings with you, because you really come together as a team to just make it work.
Yeah, it has to be organic, I think, because otherwise there's a lot of information in a short space of time, but especially this week, this is, you know, so important to them.
Yeah, I can't, listen, Vicky, how you've done this series is phenomenal. Thank you so much for coming in every single week, even without a voice, ladies and gentlemen. She came in tonight to talk to us.
Don't break this early. It's normally next week that I break.
Yeah, I know, but you've survived. You survived, as we did a couple weeks ago. Thank you so much for coming in. You've been brilliant, as has the whole wardrobe team. Let's hear it for Vicky Gill. All right.
That. So I'm going to do something different because we can see their high scores at the top. Let's look at where their scores have come from.
Okay.
With colours. Look at that, we coloured it. We split it into Latin in green, speciality in blue, ballroom in pink. Strong in all 3, we get that. Overall average of 36.7. If we go to Latin, there we go, we can see the average is 35. Ballroom, average is 36.5. Speciality, though, this is where it's at. It is 38. 31.2. Why is that? Why do you think there is one that they're hiring?
I think because in the speciality dances, you kind of can break the rules a bit more. They're not as constricted as the other ones.
And that's why I think it works for them. That's why it's so high. I said earlier, Vito Windsor were the only male pro to win twice, but that also applies to Ali Ash as well.
Ooh, so
double disco balls for him.
Double disco balls, right. What about Chris and Diane? I'm excited to see their stuff.
Yeah, because if we take a look at the average, I mean, the scores were low and then they were up and then they were down again. The average is 31.2. Like Sarah, he has never been in a dance-off. Again, super important to do it. We see how popular and brilliant he is. Excluding Chris, out of the 15 comedians to have taken part in Strictly, they're here for the lols, not the body rolls most of the time. Was that a body roll? Would you say that's
No, that's a Fosse thing, but this was the body roll.
Oh, that's what I was trying to go for. Only 3 have ever made it to the final of the comedians, so he's doing pretty well. Bill Bailey only had 110 leading into the final, and he won it. Chris has 2.
Ooh.
But being the lowest scoring finalist, it doesn't discount him or JB and Sarah from winning, because winners of some of our recent series have not been the highest scoring celebs heading into the final. You ready for them to slide in here?
I'm excited.
Here we go. Okay, so last year Ellie won, even though Leighton Williams, oh, she just stepped in, had the highest total going into the final. Slide. 2021 Rose won. There we go. Even though John Waite had the highest total going into the final. 2020 Bill Bailey, pew, won, even though Maisie Smith had the highest total. That's not to say that Tasha, who has the high total this year, can't win. In the last 10 series, we've had 3 people with the highest total entering the final go on to win. They are...
Ooh, Jay McGuinness?
Yeah, 2015.
Calvin Fletcher.
2019.
And Hamza.
In 2022. Absolutely bang on. So basically, it's all to play for. It's anyone's game. Let's see what happens on Saturday night. I've given you all the facts. Anyone can win.
So basically, it's anyone's game.
Absolutely. I don't know why I came.
All the stats matter for nothing. Well, you have been brilliant. Let's hear it for OJ.
Thank you for the biscuits. I'm going home.
You're welcome.
I might trip and fall. Who knows?
I'm really scared of messing it up.
I've never laughed so much with my abs hurting.
Do the Strictly Christmas special, they said. It's only one dance. Nonsense. We've got to do a group dance too.
Watching Strictly on Christmas Day is such a lovely way to bring people together. We decided to mix it up and go a little bit more jivey. There's a bit of like rock and roll. As we're going into Candyland, it just made sense to have big candy canes, and we've got Christmas presents that we dance on. Each couple will have their own little moment to shine. The celebs are doing amazing. They probably have only had about 2 hours, 3 hours to learn this piece, and you know, there's so much going on for them. I think it's just going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Tune in on Christmas Day to find out who will become the 2024 Strictly Christmas champions.
And you can catch that at 3:55 on Christmas Day. Right, that's it for tonight. Thanks to all of my guests. I'm back tomorrow with JB and Lauren. Plus, OJ Borg is here with some stats. Shirley will be teaching us about the Paso, and it's our final putting on the glitz. But next, it doesn't get more festive than this. Ahead of her UK tour next year, closing the show with her single, Merry Christmas, everyone, it's Sydnie Christmas.
Snow is falling. Merry Christmas, everyone. Time for singing Christmas song. All the old songs we love to hear. All the old songs we love to hear.